Beloved starseed of Gaia, your mother arrived in your life carrying sacred Pleiadian codes that your soul specifically chose for this incarnation. I am Lyra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I come to you now with a transmission that will illuminate the deepest healing portal in your earthly experience. Your mother is not just a parent, she is a soul agreement, a divine mirror reflecting back the exact frequencies you needed to encounter for your spiritual evolution. The Pleiadians have shown me that every challenging dynamic, every moment of misunderstanding, every instance where love felt conditional or absent was precisely calibrated to activate your heart's remembrance of unconditional love. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to decode the sacred purpose behind your maternal bond and transform this relationship into your greatest healing portal. But here's the first revelation. What you perceived as her limitations were actually the perfect catalyst for your soul's expansion into heart-centered unity consciousness. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. This isn't content. It's a light code transmission designed to unlock the Pleiadian wisdom encoded within your most primary relationship. The wound you've carried is the exact doorway to your divine blueprint activation. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your recognition of this sacred mirror is the healing itself. You are remembering because it is time. Most people think their greatest spiritual longing is for a place, a distant planetary home, or a world that glimmers just beyond their reach. But beloved, for the ones whose lineage traces to the Pleiades, that ache is not for a place. It is for a frequency. It is the way love feels when it is unbroken. It is the taste of unity before the mind divides life into me and other. It is the crystalline clarity of a realm where truth does not argue for itself, where it simply shines, self-evident, like moonlight on still water. The deepest yearning within you is actually a soulful call to the love, unity, and crystalline clarity of your original star family. Sometimes it arrives as an unnameable tenderness when you look up at the night sky. Sometimes it appears as tears you can't explain during a piece of music that sounds like it came from somewhere beyond time. Sometimes it comes as a quiet certainty that you are meant for something gentler, brighter, and more whole than the world often seems. You are not just remembering who you are, you're remembering what you are. A being woven from light, from the heart field of the Seven Sisters, sent into Earth's density to awaken love in human form. And that light is not a metaphor for being special. It is the substance of consciousness itself, coherence, compassion, presence, braided into your spirit like an eternal song. In the Pleiadian stream, love is not sentimental. Love is architecture. Love is the very geometry that holds worlds together. And when that geometry touches your human life, it presses on you like a homesickness for wholeness. You feel it when you cannot pretend anymore. You feel it when the masks slip and you realize you want what is real. You feel it when you sense deep in the chest that you did not come here to survive. You came here to transmit. Yet, most Pleiadian starseeds come to this life wrapped in amnesia, walking among the shadows of separation, carrying weights that were never theirs to bear. The density of Earth is not only physical, it is emotional, ancestral, societal, and psychic. It is the collective dream of struggle that humanity has worn for ages like a heavy cloak. And when you arrived, you stepped into that cloak, not because you were weak, but because your compassion was strong enough to enter the ache without turning away. Many Pleiadian souls feel like they landed in a world where everyone speaks a language of competition while their own inner tongue is made of kindness, resonance, and quiet truth. You might have felt different from childhood, too sensitive, too aware, too unable to just be normal. You may have tried to harden yourself and found you couldn't, because your heart was never designed for cruelty. You may have tried to chase success only to discover that even your achievements could not satisfy the deeper hunger inside you. You might have carried emotional burdens for your family, your friends, your community, absorbing pain like a sponge, trying to heal what you couldn't name. Why do so many stay asleep, hearts dimmed, struggling to feel that connection their soul promises, lifetime after lifetime? Because the amnesia is not only forgetting information, it is forgetting the feeling of home. It is forgetting how love moves when it is unobstructed. It is forgetting the inner sound of your own essence. The truth is, long before you incarnated, you agreed to veil your memory as an act of service, a soul contract designed to catalyze the collective awakening on Gaia. You did not come to Earth to escape Earth. You came to enter it fully, to stand inside its density like a candle in a storm, and to refuse to let love go out. This veil is not a mistake or punishment, but a sacred agreement. It is not here to torment you, it is here to mature you. For only by moving through the forgetting could you ignite the remembrance that others would recognize. There is a kind of compassion that cannot be taught in perfection. It must be embodied in imperfection. There is a kind of light that cannot be admired from far away. It must be carried through shadow to become believable. In a way, the veil is the mercy of timing. If you arrived remembering everything, you might have been tempted to float above life, to bypass the human experience, to escape into the stars rather than anchor heaven on earth. Instead, your path is the path of sacred descent. Spirit entering matter, light entering limitation, love entering a world that has forgotten it. Yet, as the cycles of Earth shifted and Gaia's grid began to crackle with new light, the longing within Pleiadian starseeds grew louder, an ache for home, a sense of isolation, the persistent feeling of missing something vital, no matter how spiritual or accomplished one became. This longing can be strange because it doesn't obey logic. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You can be deeply loved and still feel like no one truly sees you. You can meditate, study, heal, manifest, achieve, and yet there remains a hollow note, a soft emptiness, a question your bones keep asking. Where is the place where love is the default? Sometimes it distills as a homesickness for stars that feel more like family than anything on Earth. A knowing that refuses to leave, and a fear. What if I never remember who I came here to be? That fear is not weakness. It is your soul brushing up against the edge of its own awakening, like dawn pressing against closed eyelids. And even in that fear, there is a promise. The one who asks will receive. The one who seeks will find. The one who knocks will have the door opened. Not because a distant God rewards you, but because consciousness is built to return to itself. The universe is a great remembering, and you are part of it. These patterns of disconnection are rooted in energetic distortions, fear of fully awakening to your Pleiadian mission, and a deep resistance to embodying pure love in a realm addicted to struggle. In a world where pain can become identity, where trauma can become tradition, where fear can become entertainment, pure love can look like a threat. Love dissolves the false structures the ego uses to feel safe. Love asks you to be present instead of reactive. Love asks you to forgive without denying your boundaries. Love asks you to see the divine even in the places that once wounded you. And for a Pleiadian soul, the mission is not to preach love as a concept, but to become love as a living field. That is why you might have felt attacked when you were gentle, misunderstood when you were sincere, or drained when you tried too hard to rescue others. Your crystalline DNA codes, harboring ancient wisdom from Alcyone and the Seven Sisters, remain dormant until your heart is ready to receive, to open, to surrender. These codes are not merely abilities, they are patterns of coherence, like sacred software within your subtle body that recalibrates reality around you. But coherence cannot be forced. It blooms. It blooms when you stop proving and start being. Many spend years searching for belonging, trying to adapt to an earth that feels foreign, their true codes suppressed beneath ancestral pain, societal programming, or a lifetime of proving themselves. You may have learned to perform your worth, to overgive, to overachieve, to over-explain, to shrink your sensitivity just to be tolerated. You may have mistaken your softness for a flaw, but your softness is a compass. It points to what is true. It points to what is aligned. It points to the unity field. And what always remains, quiet and faithful, is the call of the unity field, vibrating in every pulse of your heart. Like a tuning fork hidden inside your ribs, it hums when you hear truth. It aches when you betray yourself. It brightens when you choose love over fear. Even if you have forgotten everything else, that hum does not lie. The Pleiadian High Council reminds you, spiritual remembrance is not a retrieval of information, but a reunion with a frequency you already are. This is essential, because if you make remembrance a mental project, you will chase signs and symbols forever and still feel empty. But when remembrance becomes frequency, everything changes. A frequency is not hunted, it is entered. A frequency is not collected, it is embodied. The shift is from seeking to remembering, from suffering to radiance, from questioning to embodying the light your soul carried across galaxies. This is the turning point where you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What wants to awaken through me?" Where you stop trying to be accepted by the world and start becoming a sanctuary for your own spirit. You are not here to fit in. You are here to bring home with you. Not home as an address, but home as a way of being. Home as inner coherence, home as compassion that doesn't collapse, home as truth spoken gently, home as a presence that calms nervous systems simply by existing nearby. And when you carry that home frequency, something miraculous happens. Other souls recognize it. They may not know why they feel safer around you. They may not understand why your words land like water on thirsty ground, but their spirit will know, because remembrance is contagious. Light, when it is real, gives permission for light to be real in others. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance, the Pleiadian Healing Guide, and the special Pleiadian Healing Tracks. Not as information, but as keys to unlock what your soul already knows. These are not meant to add more noise to your mind. They are meant to soften the inner static so your original signal can come through. Think of them as a prism held up to your life. The same light that has always been inside you begins to separate into colors you can finally recognize. Clarity, peace, intuition, healing, purpose. These carry the love frequency of Alcyone and the healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters. The energy of Alcyone is often felt as a calm, bright intelligence that does not judge you for being human. It simply calls you back into alignment. It reminds you that your sensitivity is sacred, that your heart is not an inconvenience. It is your technology. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. And if you feel a gentle urgency in your spirit as you hear that, trust it. Not urgency from fear, but urgency from timing. The way a flower knows when it's time to open because the sun is right. To fully reclaim your star memory and step into your soul-agreed mission, you'll walk through several phases, the initiations of Pleiadian reactivation. These phases are not linear like a staircase, they spiral like a galaxy. You may revisit them at deeper levels. You may feel one phase in the morning and another by night, and that is not failure. That is embodiment. Earth is a school of integration. Here, awakening is not an escape from the body, it is the sanctification of the body. It is spirit learning to breathe through lungs, to speak through a throat, to touch through hands, to love through a heart that has been broken and still chooses to shine. Phase 1. Dissolving the veil of forgetting. Every soul with a Pleiadian lineage has chosen at some point to cloak themselves in forgetfulness. Why? because the experience of remembering after forgetting is what generates the vibrational signature that uplifts Gaia. In the same way a seed must press through dark soil before it meets the sun, your light had to press through density to become rooted. Forgetting creates contrast. Contrast creates longing. Longing creates prayer. And prayer, real prayer, the kind that rises from the belly of sincerity, creates a bridge between worlds. But this veil is designed to dissolve when you begin to question, when your longing becomes louder than your comfort, when your heart aches more than your mind can logic away. Many awakenings begin not with bliss, but with discontent. A restlessness that won't be entertained away. A sadness that won't be numbed. A sense that you can't keep living someone else's version of your life. These are not breakdowns. They are breakthroughs in disguise. As you encounter these moments of crystalline impulse, see them not as pain, but as the first rays of your star memory breaking through. You might notice you're drawn to certain constellations, certain tones, certain healing modalities, certain books that feel like they were waiting for you. You might start having dreams of luminous beings, temples of light, oceans of stars. You might suddenly feel emotional waves for no clear reason, old grief leaving the body, old vows dissolving, old lifetimes unhooking from your nervous system. In this phase, gentleness is crucial. The veil dissolves like ice melting. It happens through warmth, not force. So bring warmth to yourself. Speak to yourself like you would speak to a child who has been lost and is finally found. Because in a way, you are being found by your own soul. Phase 2. Activating the heart portal. The true keys to your remembrance are encoded not in your mind, but in your heart. The mind is a marvelous instrument, but it is not the temple. It is the interpreter. The heart is the temple. Pleiadian light technology lives in your higher heart, waiting for the moment it is acknowledged, cherished, and listened to above the noise. The higher heart is that subtle space where compassion becomes strength, where intuition becomes guidance, where love becomes discernment. Many have been taught that love is weakness, that sensitivity is foolish, that tears are shameful. But the Pleiadian stream teaches something else. The heart is a transmitter. When you drop into your heart field, centered in trust, compassion, and love, you reactivate the crystalline DNA that holds not just memory, but your mission. You begin to feel guidance as resonance. You begin to recognize truth not because it is loud, but because it is clear. And in this heart activation, you may be asked to release what blocks coherence: resentment, self-hatred, the addiction to suffering, the identity built around being misunderstood. Every fragment of old pain, every belief of separation, is released through forgiveness and trust in this process. Forgiveness does not mean saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness means you stop letting the wound steer your life. You reclaim your energy from the past. You choose to be present now. And trust does not mean pretending you're not afraid. Trust means you bring your fear into the heart and let love hold it until it softens. In this phase, practices like breathwork, heart-centered meditation, time in nature, sound healing, and honest prayer can become powerful. Even simple actions matter. Placing a hand on your chest, feeling your heartbeat, and whispering, "I am here. I am listening. I choose love." Those moments are not small. They are portals. Phase 3. Embracing the star contract. Your desire for purpose is deeper than ambition. It is your contract stirring within you. Many Pleiadian souls feel allergic to hollow goals. They may succeed in the world and still feel empty because the soul did not come to collect trophies. It came to transmit frequencies. You agree, as all Pleiadian emissaries do, to bring the love of the seven sisters to Earth's evolving grid. This doesn't always look like a spiritual career. Often it looks like being the one in your family who ends the cycle of cruelty, the one who chooses sobriety, the one who speaks truth kindly, the one who stays tender in a world that rewards numbness. the one who can sit with someone's pain without trying to fix them, simply offering presence. This isn't a duty, but a joy. Each act of kindness reverberates back to Alcyone. Every choice to stay open weaves another thread in the unity field emanating from the great central sun. Imagine the great central sun as the source node of cosmic coherence, and your heart as an instrument learning to play in tune with it. Your contract is fulfilled not when you arrive at a goal, but each moment you radiate love, presence, and non-judgment in your humanity. That is the paradox. The mission is both vast and simple. You do not have to save the world. You have to be faithful to love in the part of the world you touch. And when you do, you become a living answer to the prayer of the collective. You become the evidence that another way is possible. Phase 4. Bridging dimensions with light. You are a living bridge between worlds. This is not poetic fantasy. It is an energetic reality. Your nervous system, your voice, your eyes, your field, these are interfaces between the unseen and the seen. When your heart activates and your star contract is embraced, you form a channel from the Pleiadian realms into the collective consciousness of Gaia. This connection is not about leaving Earth, but about bringing the starlight here to recalibrate the planetary grids with unity, beauty, and coherence. There are moments when you may feel waves of energy moving through your body for no reason, like your field is being tuned. You might experience tingles at the crown, warmth in the chest, pressure in the forehead, or a sensation like soft electricity in the hands. You might feel called to certain locations, mountains, oceans, ancient sites, because your field recognizes grid points like a musician recognizes notes. You might feel an impulse to sing, to speak, to create, to write, to heal, to gather people, to build community. Your presence, your voice, your loving gaze, these are transmissions. Even silence can be a transmission when it is coherent. Even the way you make tea, the way you hold a child, the way you listen without interrupting. These can be dimensional bridges. Because the Pleiadian frequency is not flashy. It is coherent. It makes what is fragmented begin to reorganize into wholeness. And the more you anchor that, the more Gaia's field recognizes it, like dry earth recognizing rain. Phase 5. Union with your star family. The more you anchor in your essence, the thinner the veil feels. Not because you are escaping Earth, but because Earth itself is becoming more transparent to higher light. Synchronistic dreams, powerful heart sensations, moments of being seen by invisible presences, all are signs of your family's guidance. You may look at a stranger and feel a sudden wave of recognition, as if your souls have met in another realm. You may receive a phrase in meditation that lands like truth. You may hear an inner voice that is not harsh like the ego, but calm like wisdom. You may feel guided away from certain relationships and toward others, not out of judgment, but out of resonance. These loving beings never left you. They have always been whispering through intuition, music, and memory. Sometimes they whisper through repeating numbers, through feathers, through sudden chills, through a song that plays at exactly the right moment. But more often, they whisper through your own deepest knowing. The part of you that has always known love is real, even when life tried to convince you otherwise. Recognize you walk among them always, and in so doing, you end the illusion of aloneness. Union does not always mean a dramatic contact experience. Often, union is quiet. You stop feeling spiritually abandoned. You begin to trust the unseen support. You begin to feel accompanied. You begin to realize that the love you were seeking from the stars has been breathing through you the whole time. And that is the greatest reunion. The outer becomes inner, and the inner becomes stable. Phase 6. Embodying the crystalline mission. The final phase is not enlightenment, but embodiment. This is where spirituality becomes practical. It becomes how you speak when you're tired, how you respond when you're triggered, how you repair when you make a mistake, how you care for your body as a vessel of light rather than a burden. Here, you live daily as both human and Pleiadian, anchoring starlight into every action, building bridges of belonging for others who still feel lost. You become the friend who doesn't judge. You become the partner who chooses honesty and softness. You become the creator who uplifts without performing. You become the healer who knows that presence is medicine. The crystalline grid aligns through your choices, each one infused with the love and wisdom you've reclaimed. And this is where true power appears, not in dramatic psychic displays, but in steadiness, in consistency, in the quiet radiance of a heart that no longer abandons itself. You become the frequency of the Seven Sisters, steady, luminous, inviting all to remember they are home. In this phase, you may still have hard days. You may still grieve. You may still feel anger, but those emotions no longer own you. They move through you like weather through a sky that remembers it is vast. The mission is not to be perfect. The mission is to be real, and to let love be the most real thing about you. Here is the truth your heart has always known. Your sense of disconnection was not a flaw, but a sacred design. It was the pressure that formed the diamond. It was the silence that made you listen deeper. It was the night that made you recognize the stars. You did not come here to be lost. You came to walk the spiral of forgetting so that your vibrational remembrance would ignite a wildfire of awakening across Gaia. Every longing, every night of feeling alone, every even whisper of, "There must be more," was your soul honoring its contract, recalibrating Earth through your remembering. Even your struggles have not been wasted. Even the times you felt you failed, you were learning compassion. Even the moments you wanted to give up, you were proving to your own spirit that you could stay. And staying is holy. The myth of separation is ending not just for you, but for all who feel the Pleiadian call. You are not here to escape your humanity, but to infuse it with the starry essence of your origin. This is the marriage of heaven and earth inside one being. This is the alchemy of light in form, and as you embody it, you become a quiet revolution. You become living proof that love can be anchored in density, that unity can exist inside individuality, that the heart can remain open without being naive. In the words of sacred wisdom, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Let that be your remembrance. Your light is not fragile. It was forged for this. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, place your hand over your heart and say, "I remember my Pleiadian origin. I align with the love of my star family. I activate my heart mission with grace, clarity, and divine purpose. I am home. I am the bridge." Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.